let me know, because then I'll have to contact, I'll have to.
EI or
Now you're on.
Yeah, that's the
Like
one
right
that I was
now,
talking
it's
about that's due
recording.
on the 6th.
okay, it is okay. I know that
Then
one.
you go over
All
here,
right. So you're
and
right. Okay, I'll go on. Hi, how are you doing? How are the kids? Good,
How what?
very good.
You're up.
You're up, okay. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call to order the special magistrate hearings. It's 9 a.m., a bit after 9 a.m., Wednesday, January 25th, 2023. What I usually do is give an opening statement as a magistrate. For those of you that have been here before, you've heard it before, so don't be too bored. On the other hand, I'm just going to go ahead and say it as quickly as I can. If you could please turn off all cellular phones to avoid interrupting the proceedings. Obviously, no weapons of any kind are permitted in these chambers or anywhere within the facilities. In all issues that may come before the special magistrate, we ask that everyone show respect for one another by listening quietly to whoever is speaking and refrain from any clapping, heckling, or verbal outbursts in favor of or in opposition to a speaker. These are hearings conducted by a magistrate, the purpose of which is to give an alleged violator the opportunity to contest the decision of the code enforcement officer, which resulted in the issuance of a civil violation notice. Keep in mind that these proceedings are quasi-judicial, and as a magistrate, we're not in court. I am not a judge. We're not in circuit court, and we're not in county court. My responsibility, though, is to act as a fact finder, analogous to the way a judge acts, and to determine whether or not the code enforcement officer's determination can be sustained and affirmed, and to hear any contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violators. These hearings are open to the public, of course. All persons who will testify as to the facts of the case will be placed under oath, including the code enforcement officer. These hearings are not going to be conducted in accordance with the rules of evidence and witnesses. Hearsay evidence is admissible, and if you have any documents that you want to provide me, you'll need to give them to the city first, and then I'll take a look at them for their valuable and their reliability. All documents that are submitted for placement in the hearing will be put in the file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code enforcement officer submits a copy for the hearing in the hearing file. Each party has the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues, even though that matter was not covered in a direct examination. You have the right to impeach any witnesses, regardless of which party first called him to testify, and to rebut the evidence against him, which means that if the city goes first, or when the city goes first and you go next, if you both want to introduce further testimony or argue, I'm going to allow that. So it's my responsibility to make findings of fact based on the evidence of record. The fact-finding determinations are of a special magistrate are limited to whether the alleged violation occurred, and if so, whether the person named in the civil violation notice can be held responsible for that violation. I may also modify the decision of the code enforcement officer as to the time for correction contained in the civil violation notice, even though said time is presumed to be reasonable. I have the authority to assess and order the payment of civil penalties, to issue orders having the force of law, to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. And what all that means is that the city may have one recommendation for a per diem to start, say, 30 days or 15 days or 60 days or 90 days after the order is signed, which will be signed today, before any per diem violation begins to accrue. And I'll listen to both sides of the arguments for that. In order to make a finding upholding the code enforcement officer's decision, I must find there substantial competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant section of the code is charged. If I affirm and sustain the decision of the code inspector, my order will specify the amount of the civil penalty, administrative costs of not less than $100 if assessed, and the date by which the violation must be corrected to prevent resumption of any continuing violation penalties, if any. A party that's aggrieved, that does not prevail before the special magistrate, including the city, may appeal a final order of a magistrate to the circuit court in Broward County, which would act in an appellate capacity. Such appeal is not to be a hearing de novo, but shall be limited to appellate review of the record created before the special magistrate. An appeal shall be filed within 30 days of the issuance of the order sought to be overturned, and that would be filed in the circuit court. If you're found guilty of the civil violation charge, you will be assessed an administrative fee of $100. The city will present their case first, and the alleged violator will present their case thereafter. I will consider the evidence to render a decision after all arguments are made. At this time, before I swear in the witnesses, why don't we have roll call? Go just announce your presence.
Chief Code, hold on.
Is already on.
Hear it.
Red one.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, present.
Brian Sherman, interim city town attorney.
Harry Hippler, special magistrate.
Mary Carey Coast Clerk.
Okay, adoption of agenda, deferrals, additions, modifications, if any.
Yes, I have some.
Okay.
I just gotta find my agenda now. Okay, there it is. You can hear me?
No.
No, right? Can you hear me now? Okay. So, for the agenda, the modifications is we're gonna continue case 4961A, 4962A, 4963A, and we're gonna continue that for the hearing in March. We added case 4886 for an abatement. For case 4941, case 4942, we are going to postpone those cases because they have entered an amnesty program and they have to complete that amnesty program to be in compliance.
Okay.
Case 5543 was added to the agenda for an extension of time. Case 6537 was added to the agenda for an extension of time. Case 5808 and case 657 are going to be continued for the hearing in March. Case 6167 will be dismissed from the agenda because they are in full compliance. Case 6642 and case 6719 are added to the agenda for an order to vacate the order. And items 14.1, 14.2, 14.3, which is case 746, case 4443, and town's motion to amend the order of foreclosure from December 21 hearing were added for administrative amendments. So these are the modifications to the agenda.
Great. Okay, at this time, if you're going to testify, if you could rise and and raise your right hand. If you don't want to rise, just raise your right hand, and I'm going to swear in all witnesses if you're going to testify, okay? Ma'am, everyone, not attorneys, okay, are you going to testify, ma'am? In the... Yes. Well, you need to raise, you need to be put under oath, okay? Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, if you could affirm? Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll defer to the cases being called as the city wishes.
We're gonna hear the attorneys first.
Okay.
I believe we have one present. An attorney. Any other attorneys? What case?
6642 and 6719.
No, that doesn't work. I tried it. Hello? Hello? No. I tried it like that before. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you want to come on up then? I think,
We're gonna start with case 7072
okay, 7072, is that,
and 8051.
okay, we're not doing 6642. Okay, go ahead. You know, what numbers were though again? 13 point what or 12 point what? If you can.
Okay, let me
If you
give
can.
me a moment.
That's okay.
7072 is 6.7.
Okay, and the other one was where the,
That it's 6.10. So it's
6.10.
6.7
Okay,
and
just-
6.10.
great, thank you. It just makes it easier rather than the numbers. That's okay. All right.
Okay. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7072. Property owner, Warehouse 1800 LLC, site address 2401 John P. Lyons Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on May 13, 22. It was posted to the property and sent by certified mail. Certified mail on January 11, 23, and posted to the property and town hall on January 13, 23. The violations were for item number 1, tenant build out done without a permit in unit H9. 2. Item 2 is demise wall, fire rated wall demolished without a permit between unit H8 and H9. Item number 3, parking lot has multiple cracks, potholes, and oil spills from vehicles and requires a lot of maintenance. Pave and restripe with plans for permit and inspections. Item number 4, property is storing a lot of abandoned vehicles, wrecked condition, no license plate, flat tires, etc. Remove abandoned vehicles from property. Item number 5, exterior maintenance required. Sand and paint over cracked and flaky paint. Remove overgrown vegetation on the back end of the building and pressure wash and paint. Item number 6, installation of cameras without a permit. Obtain plans for permit and inspections. At this current time, the property owner has complied with item 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, and the only remaining is to obtain a permit for the parking lot that has multiple cracks. They began maintaining the parking lot, however, they failed to obtain a permit. So they're working right now to obtain the permit. So it's my recommendation to give them 60 days to comply, if not a $250 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Okay, ma'am. Could your name and your address and who you represent and all the other good stuff?
Yes. I don't think this is on.
Yeah, are Jacqueline or Jocelyn, are you coming through? Because I am. I can, you know. Okay, I know, but you, I mean, is she coming through? Are you taking what you're able to hear? Okay,
Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Good morning, Your Honor. Monica Enton. I am the attorney for the property owner.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Ramirez. As Ms. Ramirez indicated, my client has been working diligently to correct all of the violations.
Yeah.
They were not aware that they needed to pull a permit to pave the parking lot. Once they spoke with Ms. Ramirez and she advised that they needed to, they did begin the process in December, and we just received comments at the beginning of this month. One of the comments included having to get a new survey, so it's taken a couple of weeks.
Okay.
All of the responsive documents have been filed now with the city, and we're hopeful to have the permit issued within the next few days.
Okay.
We appreciate the 60-day compliance
All
just to ensure that we have time to, if there are any additional comments or responses, any fixes that need to happen.
All right. Is that going to be enough time for them, do you think, Ms. Ramirez? 60 days?
How much time are you requesting?
I would request 90 just to be safe in case there's any changes that have to happen as a result of the inspections.
Okay, that's understandable. They do have a quite large parking lot.
And they've complied with everything else. So-
Yes.
All right. Okay. Okay. Acceptable. Based on the evidence that's been presented by the code officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. They've complied with 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. The only one remaining is the parking lot, getting a permit for that, and they're on the way to that and to complete it. You'll have 90 days from today in which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter, and $100 cost.
Thank you, Your Honor. I
And
appreciate that.
if you somehow things get stuck, and as long as you're showing good faith, talk to the code officer. But 90 days, you should get it done. Okay.
I believe so. Thank you again. Have a
Great.
great
We're going to do the order
We,
here.
we do have a second case.
Oh, I'm sorry. Second case. All right.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 8051, property owner Warehouse 1800 LLC, site address 2401 John P. Lyons Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation with a copy of the notice of hearing was sent by certified mail on January 11, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. The violation is poor parking lot, has multiple cracks, potholes, and oil spills from vehicles, and requires a lot of maintenance, pave and restripe with plans for permit and inspection. As mentioned on the previous case, they have worked on it. There still isn't a permit for it, but they are working on it. And since we gave the prior case 90 days, I'm going to match the same. This case had to be open because they have 2 folio numbers on the property. So we had to identify both folio numbers. So
Okay.
90 days, if not $250 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Okay. Is that acceptable to you?
It is, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. What happened if someone could come over here, I could go online for myself, but I seem to have gotten thrown off on these cases, and I need to review them as we go through them. So can you, on the computer, I could do it, but it's going to take me a longer time than somebody that's familiar with it. So
What was the question? I'm sorry.
So he needs to get back onto the agenda on the computer.
yeah. Yeah, do you want to do
Help
that?
him?
Yeah, okay. Okay, based on the testimony and the evidence of the code compliance officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. Okay, you got on there. Okay, I wasn't thrown off. All right. Okay. It'll be 90 days in which to comply, $250 per day thereafter, and $100 cost assessment. So 90 days should be ample for you, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, great. Got it. Yes. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Next case is 6642 and 6719. That's on section 13.1 and 13.2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, did council leave already, or? Oh, okay.
Can you see if you could try to reach her outside?
Okay, thank you, got it. Thank you.
Attorney Brian, would you like to present section?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm ready.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Is this on? Brian, make sure yes. That's no.
The microphone.
That's no.
Should I introduce myself for the record?
If you can introduce yourself for the record.
Hi, Ozeri on behalf of Lakeshore Mobile Home Park, along with Representative Carlos Adames, sitting right beside me here.
Sure, thank you. These two cases, 6042, 6719, Mr. Hippler, are actually the subject of an appeal. Through extensive negotiations with counsel for Lakeshore, we've come to at least the following result, given our both parties working together to resolve the issues. So we are going to recommend in both these cases that the orders simply just be vacated. You do have jurisdiction to do so, as the appellate court relinquished jurisdiction back to you for effectuation of this settlement. Council has then agreed, once we vacate these orders, because then we're gonna again reevaluate, look at it, work with the Lakeshore Mobile Home Park regarding citing not only what's on the mobile home owners' lots versus what's on the mobile home park owners' property. And given the fact that the discussions for what was the underlying case was made that way, wasn't quite reflected in the order. So we're going to just vacate the orders. It would then vacate everything as far as the final orders, any fines as well, any supplemental orders of lien. And then at that point, council has agreed to vacate or dismiss the appeals, and each party is going to bear its own attorney's fees and costs, although there are no costs as part of the negotiations. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Do you have anything to add?
I do not.
So we would like for you to vacate those orders as stipulated by the parties.
Great, okay. I'll go ahead and do so. At the time, I think only Lakeshore Mobile Home was a party and not the owner of the mobile home. So, and I'll let you two work out
Right. And
something.
you know, there were violations, and I mean now it's been vacated. There were violations, and again that's part of the negotiations that were on both sides of the property.
Yes.
So we're going to be able to better define and work with Lakeshore to increase the the curb appeal of all the mobile home parks,
Yeah.
increase the quality of living for its residents and the residents of the town.
Yeah. Okay, that's good enough. All right. Yes. All right. Okay, I'll vacate. This is 6642 and then 6719. There you go. Okay, there's one more order I need. Oh, that, you haven't called 6719 yet. Is that-
No, there's another
that's-
case for
Okay,
well, no, it's 67. It's 6042 and 6719.
yes.
It applies to both cases.
Okay, all right. Yeah, 6642,
6642. Sorry.
6719, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is there is a third appeal that we're still working out with council, and I believe also Lakeshore has another case on the agenda today. Is that correct?
Okay.
I don't believe so.
That was the other one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Shall I just wait for a copy of the order?
Yeah, when you do that, great. Thank you very much for your help, both of you.
Council, do you know when you're going to be able to have the vacation of the appeals filed?
Get right on that. Should be, can't imagine it's more than a day.
Okay.
Should be pretty quick.
I just want to put it on the record. That's all. So, but
Yeah,
within very quickly.
Right.
Thank
Well,
you.
I'm going to violate my normal rule of indicating noting that I am covering for the handling attorney, but as soon as we can get it dismissed, it will be dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you. Oh, yes, absolutely. I,
Um, for the record,
Yes.
I just like to state that all the cases from 10.1 to 12.1 are former cases that were assigned to Eric Richwagon. So I assigned them, to myself from him not being here. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm presenting them on his behalf. I have reviewed all the cases. So I will be presenting all these cases
Okay,
for the record.
fair enough. All right.
All right, and so we will begin with section 10.5, case 7756, and we will review the cases from the order the people arrived. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 7756, property owner 5525 Southwest 41st Street, Pembroke Park, LLC, site address 5525 Southwest 41st Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on October 26, 23. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail on January 6, 2023, posted to the property and town hall. Correction, the regular mail was sent October 26, 22. Back to the certified mail is January 6, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. The violation was for a bee infestation that was near the apartment unit 309, located inside a wall vent close to the 4th floor. I reached out to the manager. We spoke yesterday. This matter will be resolved today as is scheduled for removal. Therefore, I am going to give them 10 days to comply, if not a $250 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Okay. Your name, please, ma'am.
Catherine? My last name too?
Yes.
Okay, Gway.
In relationship to the property,
I'm
please.
the property manager at Crosswinds.
Okay, what company are you with?
The management company Opus.
And their address?
I'm not sure, it's in New York.
Okay. All right. Good enough, I guess. Go ahead. All right. What's your position?
So we received the notices for the bees. The company is coming today at 9:30 to remove them.
This is for bees? Okay. All right. Okay. Is 10 days enough time, you think, to get rid of these poor critters? They're gonna...
More than enough.
Okay. All right. 10 days is fine then. All right. I've listened to the testimony evidence and find that there's substantial competent evidence for the city's position. 10 days in which to comply, and $250 per day thereafter, and a $100 cost assessment. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you. Yeah. Yes, there you go. In 10 days. All right, there you go. Thank you.
Next case is on section 10.7, case 7858. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 7858. Property owner Holiday Hallandale MHC LLC. Site address 3140 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent out by regular mail on November 30, 2022. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail January 6, 2023. Posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. The violations were for construction work being done the pool and the surrounding pool grounds without a permit. At this current time, I know that the property manager is working on obtaining permits for this work. So I am gonna give them 60 days, if not $250 per diem with $100 admin fee.
Okay, your name, please.
Good morning. My name is Marlene Hernandez. I'm from Lakeshore Management. I'm the general manager for Holiday Hallandale.
Okay,
We do agree. We're in the process of permitting. We have to revise the permit according to the building department, but we're hoping that we will have everything completed by 60 days.
great. Okay, based on the testimony of the evidence of co-compliance officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. The company will have 60 days which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter, and $100 cost. All right?
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
good luck to you.
Thank
Do
you.
the order so you can have it. Thank you. Here we are. Thank you.
I will give you a copy. Hold on a second.
And Mr. Hepler, just so you know, we're going to take care of it later in the docket. There is another case with Holiday Hallandale LLC, but that's with an agreement with council.
Okay, all right. You just call them and I'll hear them, so.
We'll take care of it.
Wait, okay.
Presented as agreed, but since the manager was here and she's aware and going to leave, I just wanted to make the record.
Okay. Great.
Next case is on section 9.2, case 6006.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, we'll let the city go first, okay?
Good morning.
Yeah, and then we'll let you say almost whatever you want. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6006, property owner Leafma LLC, site address 2050 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to extend time was sent by certified mail January 11, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. The violation is for an abandoned cabinet sign, restore, remove with plans, permit inspections. As of yesterday, to my knowledge, permit has been applied for, so they're working on it, and this is why they need the extension to complete it. This case has been open since July 7, 2021, so I believe 30 days should be sufficient to close out that permit. If not, a $250 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
You said 30 days and $250. All right. Your name, ma'am?
Hi, Albina Rizaeva. I'm office manager
Okay, of Livma?
yes, I'm representing of Livma LLC.
Okay, all right. Okay, and what is your position? What's the evidence you want to provide?
So as of today, permit has been applied, and we're asking sometimes to make it process.
Okay, and the city wants to give you 30 days. Is that enough time, do you
To
think?
finalize the permit. I believe we've given substantial time since it's been open since July 2021.
Okay,
Yeah,
Way, you know,
I believe it's gonna process.
okay.
it's more than a year that's been open.
Okay, based on the testimony of the evidence co-client's officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. You'll have 30 days in which to comply or $250 per day thereafter, and there will be a $100 cost assessment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And if you could wait a moment, Nasli will give you a copy of the order, okay?
Thank you so much.
No problem. Next case is on section 9.4. Case 6537. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6537. Property owner I-95 Realty Inc., site address 3830 South Park Road, Unit C, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to extend time was handed or sent via email as a request on January 10, 2023. The violation is for a demolition done without a building permit at Unit 2830 South Park Road, Unit C. Obtain plans and permit and inspections. Currently, the contractor is working and I believe revising the permits for a demo. Demos don't take a very long time, demo permits. And this violation has been open since November 22, 2021, so more than a year. Therefore, I'm going to give an extension of 30 days, if not $250 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Okay, your name, please.
Grant Showmaker, I'm the contractor for the owner.
I-95 Realty?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
We have submitted the demo permit. The reason for the initial delay is we submitted permits and plans for a tenant build-out. It got very complicated, and with the violation advancing, we resubmitted it for demo only. I just got a notification within the last minute that everything's been approved but plumbing. I think it's a minor issue that I'll go correct now, and then we'll have the permit in hand. So 30 days. Technically, the demo is done.
Right.
It is demo without a permit. So if I get that in hand, I just got to call inspection. So 30 days should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, I'll extend it for 30 days, and that's basically 30 days or $250 per day thereafter, with a $100 cost assessment as well. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you.
Next case is on section 11.2, case 5635. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5635. Property owner Marshawn Thompson, site address 5443 Southwest 41st Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice formal hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail January 11, 2023. Posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. It is the town's motion to confirm a fine of $11,350 with a compliance date of October 28, 2022.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Your name, please.
My name is Marcia Thomason.
Okay, you're the owner of the property?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is this rental property or is it where you live?
Is where I live.
Okay, go ahead. What's your evidence?
Okay, I had a fine, you know.
A little louder, but I mean, I can hear you, but
Well, I know I owe this money, and the reason I didn't get it done before the time, because of financial situation.
Okay.
I was out of work for 7 months. Plus, you know, we had to do assessment with the building, which, you know, we had to come up with all this money, and then to find $1,500 for a contractor and all this. It was just a lot. And that's why it took so long. And I tried to get it done when I could and as soon as I could. So,
okay. What I'm going to do is, in a confirmation of a fine, there's a supplemental order that's entered. I've let you speak, but by law, I'm not required to do that. But you're here, and the bottom line is that you need to get this taken care of. Otherwise, these fines are going to continue to grow, and you'll lose sleep over it, among other things. And I don't think you need that.
yeah.
So you got to find a way to take care of these violations.
I got the permit already. They closed out on it on October 28th.
Yeah, she's in compliance,
Okay, all right.
but she just has the outstanding fine. So your option at this time is to request a mitigation of the fine
Yes.
and to come back before the special magistrate,
Okay.
unless we can agree on an amount, but we can discuss that at a later time once you put in that request.
Okay.
Okay, I
And-
misunderstood. There is already compliance, so you've taken care. Okay, that's all right. So come back for a mitigation,
Okay.
and then you can tell either me or the other special magistrate why you want it lower.
Okay.
The city's very gracious in what they do, and you need to thank them
True, I
ultimately.
agree.
Okay.
Okay. Do I get a letter in the mail to come back?
You have to file a petition.
I have to file.
So
a petition.
get the paperwork now if we go out or.
Yes, Mary is actually on the way. She's gonna get you a copy of the mitigation
Yeah.
form.
Okay.
So you can send it to me
Yeah.
when you have time.
Okay.
Let me know.
Yes, go ahead, please. You have something to say?
Oh, no, Mr. Hepler, just also wanted to add that the record also shows that Ramirez did offer mitigation to the respondent back on November 1st, 2022. There's an email as well
Really?
explaining that he's got to fill out the form, and then you come back before. So here's the form. You can fill that out, turn that in, and the town will be happy to review.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a
And-
nice day.
All right, good luck to you.
Leslie will give you a copy of the order.
For the record, you did enter the order.
Ms.
Oh, yeah, I
Thompson?
signed the order. It's for $11,250 plus $100, or that may or may not include it. The city will come up as to what's owed, and then you can go from there. All right? Good luck.
And Mr. Hepler, for the respondent as well, what this order does is record a lien against the property. So apply for the mitigation and make the payment within the required time frame, whatever the reduction is. Then that includes removing the lien against the property. As of right now, that's what this order does. That's what this order does, is puts a lien on the property for the $11,450. When it gets, if you qualify for mitigation and pay the reduced amount, whatever it is, then at that point, once that's paid in the correct time frame, the town will release that lien. Sure. Thank you, Mr. Epler.
Oh, sure, no, thank you. You feel free to chime in as you see fit, Whatever.
We always want to be informative.
Not many more members of the public there, whatever. Listen.
Next case is on section 9.3, case 6185. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6185. Property owner Nation Dom Inc. Site address 5100 Southwest 41st Street, Unit 307, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to extend time was sent by certified mail on January 11, 2023, posted to the property January 13, 2023, and Town Hall. The violations is for item number 1, installation of new water heater without a permit. Item number 2, installation of new AC unit without a permit. Item number 3, damaged ceiling, remove all mold and damaged section of ceiling and repair according to the Florida Building Code. Item number 4, exterior maintenance of balcony is required, i.e. pressure wash, paint, treatment, repair, etc. Item number 5, exterior roof requires maintenance to assess damage causing leak, repair roof to prevent leaks according to the Florida Building Code. Item number 6, install new kitchen cabinets without a permit, obtain plans, permit, and inspection. Item number 7, expose light bulb in kitchen area, cover exposed light bulbs. The property owner has requested an extension. This violation has been open since August 27, 2021. However, the owner did state that she didn't get any notices until the first initial formal hearing, which was in October 1922. And so therefore, that's when action had begun towards compliance. The work that needs to be done are a lot of items, so I'm inclined to recommend 60 days to get the matters resolved. If not, $250 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Okay, your name, ma'am,
Nikita Nasharet.
and how are you related to Nationdom?
I'm the president of Nationdom.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just requesting an extension. It's a really old building. I'm already in the process with a licensed company doing the inspections for the mechanical and the electrical work. The item number 3 and number 7, those were minor fixes, so those have already been taken care of, but I do request an extension.
Okay.
I would ask 90 days if possible. But
What's the city's position about 90 days? It's been long-standing, but let me see what the city has to say.
You said that item number 3 and 6?
Number 3 and 7.
Oh, 7. Okay. All right. So since they've been fixed, I do need to do an inspection. So whenever you have time, please schedule that with me.
That's fine.
I'm okay with the 90 days.
Okay.
Yeah, my concern is there's the exterior roof needs to be done, and that's something the building is going through its 40-year and 50-year inspection, and the roof has been a huge issue, and that's, kind of out of my hands. There's only so much I can do with that. So.
Well, do you have a roofing contractor as well?
Do I?
I mean, if the roof is bad or it needs help, you're going to need a contractor.
Yeah, I know that they're working with an engineer. Permits have already been submitted.
Okay, for the roof as well?
Yes.
Okay. That's going to be up to whether you need a new roof or not, or whether they can repair it. I don't know.
Okay.
So it just depends. So.
Well, there's about 82 units in that condo.
Yeah.
I know that it seems like we want you to repair the whole roof, but it's more as the prevention to the leaks inside that unit.
I gotcha.
So,
okay.
So as long as you make those repairs, that's what I'm concerned about.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. I'm going to extend it and find there's reasonable circumstances for the extension. 90 days to comply, $250 per day thereafter, $100 cost.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hold on a second, I will give you a copy of your order, okay?
I think so, but
Next case is on section 10.8, case 7886. Chief Code Enforcement Officer, the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7886. Property owner Juan Valdez, site address 3006 Southwest 23rd Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on November 30, 2022. A notice formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent by certified mail on January 11, 2023, posted to property and town hall January 13, 2023. The violations are for item number 1, there is a room that has been built and turned into an efficiency rental unit, and there is electrical, plumbing work done without a permit. Item number 2, there is prohibited outdoor storage on the exterior of this property. Remove all prohibited outdoor storage. Item number 3, there is a shed that has been installed on the property without a permit. Item number 4, there is an AC unit that has been installed and an outdoor propane tank without a permit. So for items number 1, 3, and 4, the owner has to obtain permits, complete all inspections. There's a lot of items on this case to resolve. Therefore, I'm recommending 60 days to correct all the violations, if not $100 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Okay. Your name, please, sir?
Juan Valdez.
You're the owner of the property?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's going on?
I lived there for a long time, maybe 20 years, a little more.
Mhm.
And I guess when they go to the office, I'm going to pay the $306 for the shed to demolish.
Closer to the microphone, please. You
I have a shed to my right side there, the
Yeah.
mobile home. I'm going to pay for the demolition today in a little while. But I have another shed, and it's in the left side of the house. It's there before I came there. So I understand somebody was living there in the front, but nobody living there no more. That's it. Everything's gone. I put everything in the garbage, and everything's closed. And what they say is like efficiency. Not efficiency. Was my friend was living there for a little while, you know? But the guy's gone, and everything's demolished.
Okay, for a shed, whether you put it up or not, when you buy the property, you assume.
I understand.
Okay, just clarify. And whether or not somebody's living in the property or not, or in the shed or whatever it is, if it's not up to code, you're going to need to make it and get it up to code.
It's closed right now. It's everything. Put everything in the garbage. Nothing there. I did the demolition in the rooms. No water. No electric. Nothing there.
Was there a permit received for the demolition, or did he?
No, he's working on it.
He's working. Okay.
I got a permit for the shed in the right size.
Okay, you're going to have to get a permit, obviously, for everything that requires a permit. And I'll defer to the city on that. All right. Anything else?
If I get a permit for the efficiency, like you say, you know.
For the what?
You say a permit for what? To the demo for efficiency?
Whatever needs a permit, you need to get a permit.
Yeah, but nobody live there, and I put everything in the garbage. And if you need pay some money for that, I can do it. But I can afford it.
I know, but if it needs a
and I have the money for that.
Okay, sir, I can't get into that.
No.
I mean, financial circumstances may apply in a mitigation, but not here.
Mr. Hippler, if I may.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Sir, Mr. Hippler as a special magistrate, and also myself as the interim town attorney, we can't give you advice. We can't tell you what to do or how to do it.
I understand.
What we can do is explain the process, and that's what Mr. Hippler was attempting to do.
I understand, sir.
And that's what we're trying to be informative and assist you to the extent we can. So what Mr. Hippler is saying is, if the violation exists on the property, if you have multiple violations as far as one, there's a room that was turned into the efficiency. And if that room is in the house, then if that was a garage or something else, then you are going to need a permit to turn that back. You're going to need to check with the town's building department in order to do that, because you don't want to end up with another violation for doing more work without permits. the shed that's out there needs a permit to be installed. If you're going to take out the shed,
The one in the right, I just it's gonna be demo today on the weekend.
well, that's what I'm saying is you need to check with the building department
Yeah,
because
gonna be the building.
right, because they'll tell you if it needs a permit in order to take it down to make sure everything is done correctly. Whether it be there might be a slab, there might be stuff underground, we don't know. So whatever work that you need to do to comply, which is either you can bring everything into compliance by getting permits or by removing it with the proper permits, you need to clear that information with the building department. And that's per the Florida Building Code. So that's why we want to make sure that everything is done safely in the event of an emergency, disaster, hurricane, or just if it's occupied. So as far as that's what and there's the costs as far as doing that and the permits are the cost of what you need to do. As far as the fine's concerned, once the violation is complied, then you can come back to mitigation, or if you stay in contact with the town and Ms. Ramirez and you need additional time, you can discuss that at that time. Is that helpful?
Yes. What happened with the shed and the next side is there before about
As Mr. Hippler correctly stated,
Must be a long time ago. It's also
it's the joys of home ownership. When you buy the property, then you take all the problems with it. If you have a claim against the former owner, that is something for you to evaluate with your own legal counsel.
we're gonna work it on it, but gonna be difficult for me.
Mr.
Understood,
Hippler,
but it's the Florida Building Code, and the town is willing to assist and help.
Because
But
I didn't build. That was there.
understood, it's still right. It's still your responsibility.
Deal with it because I don't know
Right.
what they're gonna do with it.
Well, the town can't allow something unpermitted to exist in violation of the Florida Building Code. So just because it was there and you didn't do it, unfortunately, is not a legal excuse.
Yes, sir.
So we are, and again, the town's willing to assist you in any way that it can, but ultimately, you have to remedy the issue, and you might have, again, recourse against the former owner, but that's up to you. I couldn't tell you yes or no. But as far as solving the problem, the town's happy to assist you, but you need to check with the building department to see exactly what needs a permit, because if you do something, even remove it, and a permit was required to remove it, as you heard us talk about demolition permits earlier, that's what it is. You'll then be back here for removing something without the proper demolition permit. And that's something we want to avoid.
You know, I work with the air conditioner. I just get in touch with the company. I have the company names over here. They're going back and forth with the city.
Yep.
I'm waiting for them.
Yep. The propane tank and the AC unit needs a permit.
This is my.
You can get an.
I'm gonna put a safety.
And that's exactly it. You can get what's called an after-the-fact permit. If it's already installed, again, with the building department, they're going to go out and inspect it. You need to submit whatever documentation or make any changes to bring it up to code.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Hippler,
Yes.
due to his testimony, I believe he's having trouble understanding. So I'm more inclined to give him 90 days instead of the 60 days.
Okay, it may be, but I'm not sure if he doesn't understand or not. I think he respectful. Okay, 90 days is fine, but what I'm going to do here is to the per diem, because a number of these items were put on without a permit beforehand.
Right.
Okay, and the shed that's been there for 50 years or however long, it's the joy, like the city attorney said, it's the joys and curses of owning property, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and find that there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. You have 90 days in which to comply. I'm going to go with $150 because I just think that you need to understand that these are really basic issues that you need to take care of. We don't decide here who needs to get a permit. The city decides that. It's by law, all right? So I'm just enforcing the law when I enter the order. So it'll be $150 per diem after the 90 days and $100 cost. So you hold this in your hands, quicker you take care of it,
I will.
okay, it's up to you, all right? And find that there's substantial competent evidence, if I haven't said that enough in all the hearings. 90 days, $150 per diem, and $100 cost to comply with everything. Okay? Or good luck to you.
Mr. Valdez, if you could just hold a moment. Naslie's going to give you a copy of the order. So you may have a seat and wait. But please, if you get close to the 90 days and you haven't complied with everything, please put in an extension request, okay?
There you go. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
The next case is on section 9.1, case 5543.
I think it's you, ma'am. So come on up. Come on. Is there a spirit there that we're not aware of? Anyone? Okay, there you go.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5543. Property owner Renata Kriegsfeld. Site address 3100 Southwest 24th Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice of formal hearing to extend time was formally requested and given by hand on January 18, 2023. The violations are for demolition of shed done without a permit, installation of canopy without a permit, prohibited outdoor storage. So there are 3 items. Currently, there's no outdoor storage. The shed and the canopy were removed. So therefore, an after-the-fact permit has to be.
Right, of course.
So, I mean, after the facts don't take long. So my recommendation is to give 30 days to comply, if not $100 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Okay. Yes, and ma'am, what is your name?
Renata Kriegsfeld.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, as the previous gentleman, I inherited the issue. But it was already demolished.
Okay.
Pretty much it was a huge mess when I earned it. But I didn't have the manpower, I guess, until, after the fact with the getting a citation 2 years ago. And I finally got somebody to help me to clear out the mess. And then by myself, I was able to take the canopy off with one of the drills I own, and it was then removed. And then I thought it was all handled until I received last minute notice to appear. Not, I don't know where the mail goes or whatever happens, but none the fact I rushed over and I took care of to get an extension. But
Okay, have you gotten any permits yet?
I wasn't too clear.
Oh, okay. So what's going on is you have to change your title or something to your name?
Which I ran around to get last week to try to get a change of address. The lines were ridiculous, so I set up an appointment for next Tuesday to have that changed. And then on top of everything, which is not any of the, I've been dealing with a sick mom who's in the hospital, so, I've been disheveled.
Okay.
nonetheless, I'm on it, and it should be 30
Okay, you want to consider more than 30 days perhaps? I mean, it's up to you. Let me hear what, because I think it's a, oh no, I'm sorry, it's an amended order, so there was already a final order entered, so, all right. You tell me.
Given
30?
the nature
Okay.
that she just recently found out, and I think you were out of town as well, right?
Yes.
So as soon as she came back, she jumped on it. So I'm okay with giving her more time. It's
Okay.
60 days should be sufficient.
Yes, okay. Okay, so anything else? All right.
The $100, I don't, I've never, I'm so new to this, or I'm just confused. The $100 that I paid last week.
That was for the initial final order. So for the extension of time, you have to pay $100 because it was based on your request to get an extension of time, and we're having a hearing. So it's an administrative fee.
That's life. I mean, that's just the way it goes. All right, I've listened to the evidence. I'm going to go ahead and extend the time and enter an amended final order payable. I'm sorry, you'll have to comply within 60 days, and it'll be $100 per diem and the $100 cost assessment. You just have to jump on it and get it taken care of. All right?
Yes.
Thank you.
The permits for like shed, it's just the builder's permit or the builder's layout of who is gonna do it and.
That the building department
Yeah.
will guide you on the process, but you can do it as a homeowner. That's the purpose of your change of title. To get a homeowner permit, you need the title, driver's license, and the utility bill. Matching all those correspondence have to match the address at your primary home.
Good luck.
And Mr. Hippler, for the record, that completes all the respondents that have appeared here today.
Yes.
The room, as we see it, is empty.
Yeah.
So there's no further respondents that have appeared for the hearing.
Okay, great. And then we'll take the, as you call them, no-shows, as I call them, so.
Yes.
Okay.
But I would like to request a break.
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, however long, until we come back. How about that? All right. Very good. Okay, we'll take a recess here for, 10 minutes, something. let me know when we're ready to get back on. Hopefully that last segment there with the comedy wasn't so.
Yes, we are.
Okay, great. We'll go ahead and reconvene, and these are all no-shows, as I call them. No one in the public here. We just have the lone law enforcement officer taking care of everyone here. Okay, go ahead.
We're gonna go in the order of the agenda. So starting section 6.1, case 4882. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Justin Ramirez of the Town of Pembroke Park, case 4882. Property owner Gloria Munoz. Site address 105 Tory Lane. Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice of violation was handed on January 30, 2020, sent by regular mail on February 5th, 2020. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent out by certified mail January 11, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. The violations are for an addition, front back patio, central AC unit, mobile home alterations of steps, roof overs, shed, and plywood done without permits, exterior maintenance required, prohibited outdoor storage, no means of egress, meaning that they put plywood over like the windows. Owner must go to the building department, obtain permits for all alterations, remove shutters and lift awnings from windows or doors, remove all loose items, and paint house number. Right now, I have no contact from the owner. There has been no effort for compliance. There's no permits. The property is currently in bad condition. It is my recommendation to allow them to correct all the violations within 60 days, if not $100 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Okay, listen to the evidence, and there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. They'll have 60 days in which to comply, or $100 per diem and $100 administrative costs. For its worth, the cases I'm hearing, there's nobody in the audience, so I'm not going to say that they're not here in each case. Thank you.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 4883 on section 6.2. Property owner Robert Monasterio Garcia, site address 107 Lori Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was posted to the property on January 30, 2020, sent by regular mail February 20, 2020. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent out by certified mail January 11, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. The violations are for 2 additions, front patio, roof over, fence, light fixtures, vinyl siding, AC wall units done without a permit, and abandoned vehicles on the property. Owner must obtain permits from building department for all work done, must remove string of lights from neighbor's fence, must remove or repair updated abandoned vehicle. Currently, they have removed the string of lights and they have removed the abandoned vehicles, but they have not obtained permits for the work done. Recommend 60 days, if not $100 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Okay. Based on the testimony you have as compliance officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. The they'll have 60 days in which to comply, or $100 per diem and $100 administrative cost.
Next case is on section 6.6, case 6144.
Thank you.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6144. Property owner, Town of Pembroke Park. Site address, 3115 Southwest 52nd Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was handed on August 11, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent out by certified mail January 11, 2023, as well as an affidavit of non-compliance. And a copy of the notice of hearing with the notice of violation was posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. Violations are for prohibited outdoor storage. All miscellaneous items, tire signs, tools, equipment, materials must be stored inside storage unit or building. This has been partially completed. Item number 2, all signs are outdated, rusted, and have wear and tear. Maintenance of directional sign and monument signs require renew, treatment, or etc. This has not been complied. Item number 3, maintenance of exterior shed, pressure wash, chemical treatment, paint.
Sure, go ahead.
Has not been completed. Item number 4, damage and deteriorated picnic table, repair, renew. This has been removed. Item number 5, rusted light poles and columns, chemical treatment required. This has not been completed. Item number 6, rusted chain link fence, chemical treatment, and spray paint is required. This has not been completed. Item number 7, parking lot requires maintenance, paving, and restriping with plans permit inspections. This item has not been completed. Item number 8, rusted and broken down exercise equipment, repair or renew. Some have, this has been partially complied with, but some still require maintenance. Item number 9, damaged chain link fence door, repair. This has been completed. Item number 10, gutter maintenance required. Mold, rust, and mildew detected. The gutter maintenance has been done. New gutters were installed. Item number 11, sand lots require maintenance, remove dead weeds, leaves, and debris. This has not been done. Item number 12, pressure wash of sidewalks near the garden and common areas of the park building. This has been completed. So some items have been completed, as stated, and it is my recommendation to give them 60 days to complete the rest of the items. If not, $250 per diem and $100 MFE.
Okay. The question I have, this is the town that's allegedly violating or now violating. No one is here from the town, or how do I handle that? This is a first for me.
I know. It's a first for me too.
Yeah.
So the building official spoke to me and told me that he's acting as interim public works director right now. And public works director oversees the parks department. So he said that he will be correcting all these issues.
Okay.
But that he needed time. So
Yeah. Go ahead.
Since it's on the agenda, the town owns this particular property, correct? Okay. So we cannot, the town, on any government property, we can't actually have liens. So understanding that there might be issues on our own property that we need to do, I wouldn't, we can't fine ourselves. We can't record a lien against ourselves. So I would actually recommend
lien, or you mean like final order? Put up final order.
Any of it.
Any of it?
Order, lien, or anything else. I mean, we really shouldn't be opening up cases for the town against the town.
Okay.
Because ultimately, under code enforcement, you know, the same thing would be for any government property, whether it be, let's say, airport, let's say there's a county issue, let's say there's a dependent district because we can't lien, you know, government property. So I would actually, of course, these are important. These are problems that need to be brought to the city manager's attention so they can be quickly taken care of. But as far as orders from the magistrate, would essentially be superfluous
Okay.
in order to do this. So I would actually, any cases against the town for property that we own should be deleted, because any order would then just be against ourselves, which we understand and recognize through this documentation. These issues exist and need to be remedied. But ultimately, for code enforcement, which is going to ultimately result in a lien, we can't lien ourselves and then end up finding ourselves, which is under the statute, the next step. So I would recommend that we remove these cases from the document.
Is that in a particular state statute?
Well, the state statute, as far as under 16209 and also 16204 under code enforcement, that's where we get the up to $250 a day. Sorry, 06, up to $250 a day, and then $500 a day for repeat violation, and then ultimately we can foreclose on the property. This is property we already own, and again, we can't file liens against government property. Because then it's going to be compelling that government to use their taxable funds to pay back another government. There's no other processes to do when there's an issue, let's say, between the town and the county to resolve those things, but code enforcement is not the mechanism. Same way that code enforcement is not the mechanism to cite ourselves for.
So what is the mechanism? What is the mechanism?
I would discuss that with you outside the purposes of this hearing.
Okay.
But essentially, we take care of it.
So the issue is that it wasn't taken care of. So that's the reason why it's been brought forth.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take your advice, and then we're just gonna have to postpone the town's cases then, or.
I mean, and with these are violations existing on town property, right? And the town has the authority to go and rectify these issues.
Yes.
These are maintenance issues under the town as far as the budget's concerned, whether it goes to the city manager or up to the city commission. Something to be discussed between the town officials, the directors, the public works director, who's also now doing this utilities director. So these are, again, items that need to be budgeted and move forward. Not saying that they aren't done, but as far as one code enforcement forcing public works to do something, that's really an operation of the city manager or the commission, depending how it falls for the charter.
Okay. Now, is this solely for maintenance, or does this go as well for unpermitted work? Because unpermitted work.
Everything.
What if it's the building official citing for work without a permit?
Well, I would discuss that issue with you off the record to see exactly what's going on. If it's a hypothetical, I don't want to get into hypotheticals here on the record.
Okay.
But that's something that we can discuss, and making sure that if work is required with a permit, that make sure that the buildings are safe.
Okay. All right. So as the.
Just remove it, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove,
Okay.
but there's multiple cases that I will be removing then.
Okay, all Town of Pembroke Park versus Town of Pembroke Park cases will
That
be
one is
removed.
here for the hearing.
You summarize that well. I mean, I'm here as a magistrate, so you know when things are argued. But you also, you know, you can't. I don't think you can levy on the town, and if a local government appeals or the state appeals, there's no bond. You know, it's automatic stay. So it's an old form of sovereign immunity that still exists.
Right.
So that it's consistent. So I'll defer to the city attorney, and I happen to agree. So anyway.
Okay.
We're always very careful. We are interim.
Yeah.
We're always very careful about that until the commission decides who they want.
Yeah.
All right.
But they need to just take care of it, really. You know, that's maintenance, and know, you know, to set an example. So.
Yes. So based on the information that the interim attorney provided, we're gonna remove case 6144, case 7403, and case 7404 from the agenda.
Okay.
Moving to item 7.1 on the agenda, case 4886. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 4886. Property owner Holiday Hallandale MHC LLC. Site address 3140 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to abate fine was handed to me, requested on January 7, 2023. The request was put in on December 2023. You want me to pass it over to you, Attorney Brian? This is the agreed order, or do you want me to just present agreed? We have an agreed order.
You just read it into the record.
All right. Yeah, we have an agreed order of abatement from their attorney, the client's attorney, and the amount that we're abating it to is $7,764 with 60 days to pay for the fine. If not, it reverts back to $50,800.
And this is agreed with their attorney, Sean Arbeiter. We have, of course, in the file the documentation, the emails that we have.
Yeah.
And this is an agreed to reduction. It is in compliance.
Right, okay. I've signed off on it. 7764 within 60 days, that's the agreed to abatement, or it reverts back to $50,800. Next. Thank you.
Okay. So we have somebody here present. He's here for a case we already
Called.
read into the record. So what do we do in this?
I guess, but which case are we?
That's case 4882. Do you want me to read it into the record again?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. That's on section 6.1 in the agenda, case 4882. First in the agenda. All right. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 4882. Property owner Gloria Munoz. Site address 105 Lori Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice violation was handed on January 30, 2020. Sent by regular mail on February 5th, 2020. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent out by certified mail January 11, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. The violations are for an addition, front back patio, central AC unit, mobile home alteration, steps, roof over, shed, and plywood done without permit, exterior maintenance required, prohibited outdoor storage, no means of egress. Owner must go to the building department and obtain permits for all alterations, remove shutters and lift awnings from windows or doors, remove all loose items, and paint house number. Currently, there is no permit in the system for this property or for any corrections of the violations. And the property is in bad condition and still requires maintenance. It's my recommendation to give them 60 days to comply, if not $100 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Adrian Toledano. I'm the son of Gloria.
Okay. We already heard this case, and, so do you want to add anything?
We just bought the unit I don't know, I think it was like a year ago, something like that. And we were trying to fix all the compliance and everything. The unit was destroying from inside. So we're trying to get everything established, and we're trying to clean everything outside. And we took it off already. So we're trying to get everything ready so she can move inside the unit.
Okay, well, the city is recommending that you have 60 days in which you comply with all the violations.
Okay.
Okay. Acceptable?
And Mr. Hippler, if
Yeah.
you you could swear in the.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good idea, too. Let me,
I can do it if you'd like.
oh, no, I got it right here in my notes, or I never remember what to, you want to raise your right hand, please? Yeah, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, if you could affirm?
Yes.
There you go, thank you. All right, 60 days?
Can I get more time than 60
Uh,
days?
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna leave it at 60 days, all right? If you need more time, if you make reasonable progress, you can talk to the code officer and see what she says. But you need, 60 days should be enough time.
Okay.
All right? All right, and you're here, and I'll cross out no.
Wait, you're crossing out yes that they're here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm crossing out no.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. No, I'm glad you, look, the pressure amount. So I'm kidding. I initialed yes and put an X and got rid of no. So you're here, or represented.
Yeah.
Okay, 60 days, they'll give you a copy of the order.
Okay.
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Sir, I would just like to let you know that any interior work, construction-wise, you do need a permit.
Okay.
So make sure you get a permit. Anything you remove needs a permit. So you mentioned that you removed the AC.
No, the AC wasn't working, so it's outside. Outside is the big box.
Yeah, but when you remove an AC, that requires plumbing and electrical. So you need to make sure you cap those correctly. That's why a permit is required for removal, even if it's not working.
Okay.
So just make sure that, I know you're trying to correct everything, but just make sure to go to the building department and ask them what's the process for removal or for an installation, okay?
Okay.
And so I'm Jocelyn, and I'm managing the case. If you come close to the 60 days and you haven't been able to correct all the items, please request an extension, okay?
Okay. So where I request the extension, I just have to come over
Just
here.
contact me, and then I'll send you the form.
Your information, where it is over here.
Yeah, it should be there, my contact number and email, towards the last page. If I may, and I'll highlight it for you.
Thank you.
Okay. You see? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, good luck to you.
All right, we were done with case 486, right? The agreed order was signed.
Yes, that's the abatement, absolutely.
Next case is section 7.2, case 5039.
Did you say 6.27.2?
7.2.
All right, we're in the sevens now. All right, 7.2. Thank you.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5039. Property owner Holly Rich Apartments LLC, care of Elon Property Management. Site address 3215 Southwest 52nd Avenue, Unit 90, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail January 6, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine of to reduce the fine of $26,050 and reduce it by 85%. The amount is $4,051. And if not paid within 30 days, it'll revert back to the $26,050.
Okay, I'll sign an agreed order. Payable within 30 days, $4,051. Otherwise reverts back to $26,050. And then the 4051 payable within 30 days.
And for the record, it's an agreed order.
Yes.
The respondent is in agreement.
Great. Thank you. God, you put me out of business in abatement area here. So, no, it's okay. Makes life easier this way. So.
Yes. Next is 7.3, case 5703. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5703. Property owner Anzac Investments 1 LLC. Site address 3615 Southwest 52nd Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail January 11, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $1,850, reduce it by 85%. That amount is $363 and must be paid in 30 days. If not, it reverts to $1,850. And the respondent is in agreement with the abatement.
Great. Agreed order just signed. 363 in lieu of 1850. If they don't pay within 30 days, it reverts back to 1850. Thank you.
Next case is section 7.4, case 6822. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6822. Property owner Pembroke Park Lakes Inc. Site address 3196 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to abate fine was sent out by certified mail January 12, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $48,850 and reduce it by 85%. The amount is $2,463 and to be paid within 30 days. This is also an agreed order based on the client and attorney agreement.
And just real quick, Mr. Hepler, this one is it agreed? It's not as far as the exact 85%. There was a motion by Sean Arbeiter regarding issues as far as the compliance date's concerned.
Right.
But we discussed those issues, review the record, and as far as the reduction, given the fact that it is in compliance, they did get everything done as quickly as possible. So we're working with them.
Yeah.
The 2,463 is the town is asking to approve.
Right. I go over this, especially the abatements. It's more than 90%, which, quite frankly, is permissible. It's fine, you know.
Exactly, but as far as looking, we're going to keep the compliance date as where it is, but taking into account some of the information that they presented, and our review of the record, also that understanding that some things with the absence of Mr. Richwagon now, we really can't contest.
Right.
It is in everyone's best interest to resolve the issue.
Absolutely. Okay, it's reduced to $24.63 payable within 30 days, or otherwise it reverts back to $48,850, which I'm sure isn't going to happen, but that's up to them. An agreed order of abatement just signed. Very good. Thank you.
All right, next case is on section 10.1. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6320. Property owner Bertrand Legage. Site address 39 Peyton Place, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was posted to the property on September 13, 2021. Sent by regular mail September 28, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail January 6, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. But the violations are for new wooden deck with rails added to the mobile home without permits. Obtain a permit for wooden deck with stairs with plans and inspection. Item number 2, remove all prohibited outdoor store items, leaving only patio and lawn furniture. Right now, the owner is not in compliance. There's no permits for the new wooden deck, and still required to remove the outdoor storage. To get a permit for the wooden deck doesn't take that long, so it's my recommendation to give them 30 days to comply, if not $100 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Okay, 30 days and $100 per diem, you said? Okay. Okay, there's substantial competent evidence based on the city's testimony to have 30 days which comply, or $100 per diem, and also $100 cost assessment in this case. Very good, thank you.
Next case is section 10.2, case 6324. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6324, property owner Danny Galliopio. Address 2422 Joyce Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on September 28, 2021. Notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation and affidavit of not compliance once sent by certified mail January 6, 2023. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was posted to the property and town hall on January 13, 2023. The violations are for item number 1. Mini split AC has been changed out by unlicensed contractors without a permit. Item number 2, verify the addition with the building department. If unpermitted, then obtain a permit for the addition. It has been verified that there is no permit for the addition. Item number 3, remove all prohibited outdoor store items, leaving only patio and lawn furniture. Item number 4, remove the trellis fence created by owner. Obtain a permit for a fence with plans and permits. That is not required according to the building official. It's a trellis. They can just remove it without a permit. The outdoor items have been removed as well. And so the only items pending is the permit for the removal of the AC and the addition that is on the building. But before I go further, Mary, do you know if Danny Galliop, because we informed him to apply for the amnesty program. Did he apply for it?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay. He does have the option, but we're not sure at this time. He hasn't reached out if he has or not. So it's my recommendation to give him 60 days to correct the remaining 2 items, the AC and the addition. If not, $100 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, based on the testimony of the evidence of co-compliance officer, there's substantial competent evidence supports his position. They'll have 60 days which to comply, or $100 per diem, you said? Or,
yeah. Yes.
And $100 cost assessment.
Next case is section 10.3. 6362.
Okay.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6362, property owner Ilian Pierra Cata. Address 3120 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, lot 720, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice violation was sent by regular mail October 1st, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent out by certified mail January 11, 2023. Posted to the property on Town Hall, January 13, 2023. Violations are item number 1, new AC changed out without a permit. Item number 2, verify if the enclosed green room was permitted with the building department. If not, then obtain a permit for the enclosed green room addition, including the roof over stairs, railing, doors, and windows. We, Mary and I looked at this, and we don't have any permits for that enclosed green room. So therefore, item number 1 and number 2, there's currently no permits. However, the owner did reach out and is gonna try their best to correct the violations. It's my recommendation to give them 60 days to correct this violation. If not, a per diem of $100 and a $100 admin fee.
Okay, based on the testimony you have as a compliance officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. They'll have 60 days in which to comply. And I was writing something down here, $100 per diem, or yeah, $100 per diem, and $100 cost deposit. Not a cost deposit, cost assessment. You know. Very good. Thank you.
Next case is section 10.4, case 7706. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7706. Property owner Eric Diaz, site address 76 Westlake Drive, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail October 18, 22. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent out by certified mail January 6, 2023, posted to the property in Town Hall January 13, 2023. The violations are for an unpermitted shed and an AC unit that was installed without a permit. Currently, there is a permit for an AC, but does not match the AC that it's out there on the property. So they have to obtain a permit for the AC changed out. And currently they're working on it. It's my recommendation to give them 60 days, if not $100 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Okay, based on testimony of the compliance officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. They'll have 60 days in which to comply, or $100 per diem and $100 cost assessment.
Next case is on section 10.6, case 7787. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7787. Property owner Topper Properties LLC. Site address 2601 Jumping Lions Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent out by regular mail on November 30, 2022. Sent by a notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent out by certified mail January 6, 2023. Posted to the property and Town Hall January 13, 2023. The violations are item number 1, the entire parking lot is in disrepair and requires maintenance. Item number 2, the entire parking lot needs to be restriped. So therefore, they have to obtain plans and inspections for the permits. The owner did try to reach out to me. His name is Steve. He told me that he's unable to make it to the hearing, but that they did apply for a permit. I did check the system. I didn't see any permit in the system, but due to that call, it seems like they're willing to comply. So it's my recommendation to give them 60 days and not a $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, based on the testimony you have as a compliance officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. they need to comply within 60 days or $250 per day thereafter, $100 cost assessment.
Next case is on section 11.1, case 5604. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5604, property owner Pierre and Edith Philippe. Site address 5501 Southwest 33rd Street, Unit 1 and 2, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail January 11, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. It is the town's motion to confirm a fine of $24,800.
Okay. And there's still no compliance, correct?
There are 5 items.
Yeah.
And there's been partial compliance.
Partial. Okay, great. I'll go ahead and sign the supplemental order and $24,800 as of today, and it'll be ongoing until there's full compliance.
Next case is on section 11.3, case 5644. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5644, property owner Inversiones Sorrento, Inc., site address 5433 Southwest 44th Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail January 11, 2023, posted to the property and town hall January 13, 2023. It is the town's motion to confirm a fine of $37,500.
Okay, I'll go ahead and confirm the fine, $37,500, and it's ongoing until there's compliance. See, I just signed this. Or this is in versions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure, thank you. Let's
Okay.
see, was the one before that that I didn't sign, or? No, I signed it. Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Why is that box black?
God. And the camera still works with showing a picture of me. That's shocking, whatever.
There's no 2 cameras? You don't know? Okay, so we move forward to the agenda, section 14.1. That's case 746 BKI 95 LLC. It is the town's motion to amend the supplemental order claim of lien. We had some dates that were incorrect, and so we're amending it to put the correct dates.
Great. Okay, I'll go ahead and correct them, amended, corrected, supplemental order. Okay.
The same goes for item number 14.2, case 4443. Blanca Hopkins is the town's motion to amend supplemental order claim of lien.
Yeah. Okay, and that's
Correct the dates.
yes.
And then for section 14.3, it is the town's motion to amend the order of foreclosure from the December 21st, 22nd hearing. There was 2 cases on the Exhibit A that have to be removed. Nasli, can you mention the 2 cases that were removed? Is one case of, it was 4886. Look in the file and you'll see the old one.
And I have to correct the date from the here.
For which one?
Read it again.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
I put 2022 for the notary side.
Okay.
So I have to print it again.
Oh, you want, no, you want me to, let me, I can,
Okay.
what I may be able to do for the date is put today's date and, I mean, I'll initial it, so you
Yes,
can.
but I mean here.
Yeah, she's gonna go correct it and you'll just sign that one again.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, you'll do, or you want me to put a 3 there, or you could put a 3 there, and then that way you won't have to do it again. You want me to do it?
No, we'd rather
Okay,
just
you're
redo
the
it.
boss in that department. It's,
It might just cause additional confusion.
okay, all right. And then I'll sign off on, this was a corrected order for a special magistrate foreclosure. Anyway, this is a great order. My form here that I did here some time ago.
Right. No, what happened is the Exhibit A, during
Right.
the hearing, 2 cases were,
Right.
Exhibit A wasn't updated.
It-
And for the other ones, it's really just a scrivener's error as far as the date.
It's okay. And they're all attached, which is a good idea, so, okay. And I'm just waiting for the orders to come back to me to re-sign it, and then we'll close it and adjourn. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We're fine, it's okay, all right. You're funny.
All right.
You kept all the evil spirit away today again. There you go.
Mr. Magistrate, for the order of foreclosure, so we're just amending the Exhibit A. We're removing case 4886 and 5652 from at the December 21st hearing. The magistrate, Andre McKinney, had made a decision to remove those 2 cases because they were close to achieving compliance. So therefore, we need to make the corrections and amend it today.
Great. That's okay. I'm here for. Yeah, that's a great, excellent, very good. Okay, we'll adjourn it. I'm sorry, anything else from the city?
That concludes all my cases.
Interim city attorney?
Interim?
Nope, we're good.
Yeah, okay, any from staff, whatever? Thank you again, officer, for your help, as always. Thank you. It's 11:15, we'll adjourn.